So, you guys have not seen me in a very long time on this channel. So I was just editing my video. You can see I'm editing it back there. And honestly, I'll just do a monologue because it's just not, it's not good. Like the clips they're really outdated. I filmed them literally 2 months ago when we moved in, and I didn't really, first of all, I didn't even explain it well in those clips because I was frazzled, but basically we had a move from hell and I'll kind of explain it. I explained it on my Twitch stream, but you know, not everybody obviously watches that. So let me give you a refresher. We had to move in 7 days. We found out June 1st that Jarvis got a new job, and then that he was starting June 7th. So, or maybe it was even May 31st. I don't know what it was, but it was like, we gotta move. We have to find a place. We need to book movers for our place, and we need to move out and move to Ohio, 2 states over. So, and we need to do all this in 7 days, basically. So it was very insane. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do, well, anything. So I didn't have time to like shop around for movers, which is something that everybody says you should do. Now, what I didn't realize is, because I just didn't know this, and I hope that I can now impart my own wisdom on you in hindsight, but I booked our move with a moving broker company called America's Prime Moving, which I would never, ever, ever recommend. They are horrible, okay? So basically what this company does is they place you with drivers and like trucking companies and movers in your state. Like, they're based out of Florida and they found somebody in Chicago to pick up our move. So we booked our move, and then I think I said in my last vlog, but that I put on this channel, but they canceled on us the Friday before at 4 p.m. okay, Central Time. They canceled on us and said, this lady just calls me out of nowhere. Like, she's become my arch nemesis in the time frame, which I'm just gonna let it go. But she calls me and she goes, yeah, you're just gonna have to find somebody else. Like, we'll give you your deposit back, but like, you're just gonna have to find somebody else. Like, we can't do this move, sorry. And we were moving on Sunday. So Friday, Sunday. So, and by the way, she called me while I was trying to buy a new car with my dad, and it was Friday, and we leave Sunday morning. So Jarvis is in the parking lot. You know the story. He's calling everybody. So he finds somebody else that will do the move. So I call, but they weren't, by the time he had found a new mover, I had to call on Saturday and cancel so I could get my deposit back on this other company, whatever. And so then I get the manager and he goes, yeah, I don't even know who that was that called you yesterday. Like, give me 2 hours and I'll try to figure this move out for you. Like, I'll make it work. And I go, okay, whatever. He comes back and he goes, okay, I found him. We can stay with the same time if you want to do that. And I go, all right, yeah, let's do that. Because I had already given this guy a quote. I had given him my inventory of all of our stuff. So he had all of our information. These new movers didn't have our information, and they could only come at 9 a.m. when our dock wasn't open. But he found somebody that could pick up our move, who could still come during the time slot we had for our service elevator, which was like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or something like that. Like, I couldn't get one because everybody is moving out of our building in Chicago, so it was really hard for me to get one. So anyway, I go, all right, let's just stick with this, all right. So I'm like, okay, great. So Sunday rolls around and they show up at 4. My parents are there to supervise the move because we drove down early on Sunday because Jarvis starts on Monday, and it was all this just drama, and like, the AT&T guy says he can't figure our internet out, he's gonna have to come back. And he calls me when I'm driving down on Sunday. And he goes, hey, I'm here. He was supposed to come Monday. He goes, hey, I'm here. Are you gonna be home anytime soon? I'm like, no, I'm like not gonna be home till 1. He's like, all right, well, I'll try to go pick up another job, but if I can't, then I'm just gonna have to come back another day. So literally, for some reason, AT&T just cancels our entire appointment. That's a whole other story. I'll just have to go on I'll have to go on to that in a second. But anyway, so Sunday comes around and my mom texts me and she's like, yeah, they keep talking about how small the elevator is, our service elevator. They keep talking about how like, you have so much stuff, and he was making comments of like, I mean, this just goes to show how unprofessional they were. He was making comments about like, I have so much stuff. He kept saying to my parents, you shouldn't buy her so much stuff, blah blah blah. It's like, my parents don't buy me anything. Like, it was just one of those like stupid, you know, just, God, it pissed me off so fucking bad. Okay, anyway, so just, he was assuming that like my parents like spoil me. Anyway, okay, so anyway, he was just making these stupid comments, and my mom texted me and she goes, are you sure this is a professional moving company? I go, why? And she's like, well, some guy is wearing Crocs, and there's another kid here who looks like he's about 14 years old. And I go, what? Like, what? This will be explained later, but yes, they were wearing Crocs to do our move. Like, this is not a professional moving company whatsoever. And, you know, so halfway through, so we had a 2-hour time slot on our service elevator. My mom calls me, and she's like, is there a way we can extend the elevator? I go, no. Like, there's probably somebody else in that time slot afterwards. And we only get 2 hours. And she goes, well, they're not even halfway done after 2 hours. Which, by the way, it should take a professional moving company of 3 men max. It should take them like 3.5 hours. Professional moving company, which we know this is not. So it ended up taking them 6.5 hours to do our move. 6.5. They didn't leave till like 10:30 at night, and my parents had to work the next day, and it was just drama. Like, and then they had to drive home an hour. It was bad news. So, you know, of course, he's wanting me to pay him before he goes, and of course, our price skyrocketed up because apparently we were over the, you know, blah blah blah. So of course, it's just such a scam. I can't even stand it. So okay, so he calls me though on Sunday, and he goes, "Are you gonna be free tomorrow? You know, for us to drop it off. We're thinking of dropping it off tomorrow." And I go, wow, yes, I'll be ready. Yes, I will. So, you know, tomorrow rolls around, and he texts me on Monday, and he goes, you know, still trying to figure out a delivery date. And I'm like, oh, I thought they were coming today, but whatever. You know, I guess I can wait another day or something. So then Tuesday comes around, and he goes, give me by the end of the day, and we're thinking noon tomorrow. Give me by the end of the day, and I'll let you know. So I text him back on Tuesday, and I go a little bit later, and I go, okay, what, like, do you have an ETA? Like, what's, you know? And he goes, I don't even think he responded to me, to be honest. Like, it was basically, I'll just shorten it. He told me every day for an entire week that he was coming at noon. And halfway through on Wednesday, I texted him in the morning because he had told me he was coming that day. So Wednesday I text him and I say, hello, are you coming today? Are you on the way? Because he was supposed to be there at noon, and they said they were leaving at 4. So I go, oh, he'll for sure be on the way. He doesn't text me back, and then he calls me later that day and he goes, yeah, sorry, my phone broke. So I had paid $300 to get it fixed. And I'm just sitting there like, I mean, not to be a complete bitch, but like, I'm sorry, but I just don't care. Like, I don't care. You're like holding my stuff hostage, and it's not my problem that your phone's dying. Like, just go get a new one and like be on time and be there when you say you're gonna be there. So, okay, whatever. I mean, like, let me just fast forward because it's really not that interesting, and I don't want to harp on it anymore because I'm moving past it. But basically, he had all these excuses. Then on Thursday he says, sorry, we're not going to be there. We're on our way. And then he goes, never mind, we haven't left. Our driver didn't show up. Okay. So this happened every single day, and every day I'm like wondering, is my stuff, like, where's my stuff? My stuff is sitting somewhere in Chicago. It's blazing hot. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where it is. I don't know if they're ever coming. I'm so frustrated. I'm like literally calling, and I called the broker company, and I literally was like, if they don't show up, I'm gonna file a police report. I'm not joking. It got to that point. So yes, anyway, not my proudest moment. But anyway, they finally showed up on Saturday, and they start moving it in, and I'm noticing that there's some things that are damaged. So they completely ruined my bookshelf, which completely ruined. The back looks like somebody punched a hole through it. I have pictures of all of this. Both of my side lamps were completely broken. The lampshades were torn in half. It looked like somebody had just ripped it. And it was literally, they're white lampshades, they were black. My dresser that was in my bedroom, it was like literally the back just came off. Like it looked like somebody pulled the back off. I don't know what happened in this car. My desk, I used to have a white desk that my Mac was on. Because it was in the heat, it literally bubbled up, because I think the top is like a vinyl or something, but it bubbled up and literally melted off. It was completely damaged. Jarvis's chair, desk chair, has a huge rip in the back, which, by the way, I just bought him that for his birthday, and it was like $200. So a lot of stuff was damaged, okay, as they start showing up. And as they're here, this story, like, it doesn't get any worse. As they're here, they have two guys starting to, like, do the move, and they are freaking dying coming upstairs. I couldn't even watch. It was making me sick to my stomach, because every time they would come upstairs, because it's 2 flights of stairs now, and they're long flights of stairs, they're like a little bit more than average, and it was a blazing hot day. They're coming up and they're just sweating like pigs, and I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know how they're gonna do this today. And all of a sudden, like, another guy comes up, and you know, it's 3 guys like sort of moving things, and all of a sudden then it was 2 guys, and then it's like the same guy keeps coming back up, and I'm like, he says something to me, and he goes, yeah, 2 guys just quit. 2 guys just quit. They quit in the middle of the day. He goes, I've never seen that. I do a lot of jobs, and he's like, I've never seen that before. But then I'm thinking, like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean you've done a lot of jobs? Like, do you not, like, know this guy? Turns out he hires these people on Craigslist. So no wonder it's taking a long time, because he's got all these other people that he's got to, like, hire for the day. So he found all these random people on Craigslist. He found one guy, one of the guys who quit literally looked like he might have been 60 years old. It's like, we have 14-year-olds, we have 60-year-olds, we have people wearing Crocs, and we have just everybody's quitting on the job. So then the truck driver starts moving our stuff, because there's nobody else to move it. So the truck driver is moving our stuff. Disaster. Then they put our bed back together. It's completely fucked up. Like, every time we lay down, it's squeaking, and like, it's so noisy. It's so bad, you guys. Okay, I'm editing this. There's one more thing that I forgot to mention. I can't believe I forgot this, but during the move, I left to go get the movers pizza and like more water and things, because even though they were horrible, I didn't want them to die on my watch. So I went out and ran out and got that. But while I was gone, the owner of the trucking company, professional moving company, he revealed to Jarvis that he actually couldn't drive the truck himself because he currently has a DUI. So the owner of the trucking company has a DUI. And he said, oh, don't worry though, it's only because he was asleep in the back of his car. And he says he's gonna get out of it. But it's like, first of all, I don't know if I believe that, like, at all, but the owner of the trucking company has a DUI. Just adds to the story. Just some flavor for the story. So anyway, ruined all of our stuff, came late, and then also it turned out to be way more than we expected it to be. And I'm not even gonna say the price, because it'll horrify everyone. So we paid a lot. We paid a lot. It was over $3,000 for this move. I can't even believe it. So, okay. So then, at the same time this is all happening, I have AT&T who can't figure out our internet, because this is like, he said that this is like a newer development, and when they did the wiring or something, they attached them to all the wrong circuits for different apartments. So when they were dropping the fiber optic line down, they couldn't find our fiber optic, so they literally had to cut everybody's internet in our apartment, which, good thing they didn't know it was ours, that it was coming from my problem, but they had to cut everyone's and then find ours and then reattach everybody's. And it took them, they were here on Wednesday from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. And we were without internet for the first week, first like couple days that we were here. So it wasn't that long, but it was just like, oh my god, not another thing. So anyway, yeah, it was basically just the move from hell. Like, that's all I can say. But you know, what I will say now is that I've moved past it, and my only advice is to just go through like a big moving company. Don't go through these like really, you know, don't go through a broker one. Like, just make sure it's like one of the big ones, like two men in a truck, whatever it's called. I think Alliance or Allegiance or something. I don't know, something like that. Just do the ones that have really good reviews and are established, and maybe even get a recommendation from somebody that used a good one. Don't do what I did. Don't go through a broker. I didn't know that. You live and you learn, but whatever. So anyway, you're probably wondering now what's going on, because I'm just gonna start the vlog new from just this day on, because I'm too far behind with the other ones. The other ones are just so stupid and they're boring. So I'm just gonna start from now, but I'll give you an update about what I've been doing, because I have been neglecting this one a lot. So with my main channel, I've sort of tried to maintain it, but I am kind of thinking about going in a new direction, just doing like more videos that I want to do. I don't know. I mean, it's like, you would probably ask yourself, you're like, well, why weren't you doing the videos that you wanted to do anyway? I don't know. Like, I just get in my own head sometimes. So I think I'm just going to do like whatever comes to my head that day kind of thing. Like, that's what I feel like I'm going to do. So anyway, but I have been kind of lost in that channel. I go through this like every 2 years where I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm lost. I don't know what people want to see. I don't know. I don't want to film anything. I'm like, this is so boring, you know. It's all good though. So anyway, there's that. And then this channel, I just kind of took a break because I don't even know why. You know, usually when I take a break from YouTube, I just took a break just because I was just kind of trying to live life, and it was a big change, obviously, with moving and all that stuff. Like, I still haven't even unpacked everything. It's a yikes, but like, you can see back there, like, those are just pictures that I don't plan on hanging those up, because I don't know, I feel like we're gonna move. We're staying in Ohio for a long period of time, because Jarvis got his job, like, got renewed or whatever, so we're gonna be here for probably years or something. But I think we're gonna try to move into a house is my plan. We're actually going to meet get pre-approved for a mortgage today, which is like, I don't know, I'm like, it's like, dude, I'm 26, like, I gotta, you know, it's like, this is not, I gotta say, I'm like a teenager, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared. I was calling my mom, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm not ready, and it's like, dude, figure it out. So that's what we're doing. I'm not even gonna hang anything up, just because I feel like we are gonna move, and our lease here is up in February. So yes, it's a lot of moving, but you know me, I move all the time. I could be a professional moving company myself. This is just on a positive note. I'm a lot happier where I am here, and I'm loving my life again. And a lot of the reason is because I'm in the suburbs, I have my own car, I'm eating healthy, I'm working out again, you know, like, makes a big difference. And I know that it's like so annoying when people say, oh my god, you need to work out every day. That's the biggest thing. It really is. Like, it's made all the difference to me to just go and like go for walks every day and get fresh air and drive to places and go to stores, you know what I'm saying? So it made all the difference in my life. On top of that, I'm going out more places, I'm doing more things, I'm going to sporting events. Like, I haven't been involved in sports in several years because I've just kind of been avoiding it, because, you know, I had like my thing with soccer that happened, you know, a couple years ago, but not a couple years ago, several years ago. But anyway, I'm kind of embracing it again. I'm back into baseball, and, you know, just trying to stay off my phone and do things like that. And I'm reading a lot more. So all the things, the powers in my life that, you know, the balances in my life are sort of in a good spot. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. So I'm gonna start the vlog from where we are now. I'm not gonna like do the old ones, because it's just like, there's no point. We'll just start it from here. Hopefully we'll do some car vlogs and all the stuff that we all love to do and see. But yeah, just wanted to give you an update, and yeah, so expect more vlogs. Hopefully I can stick to what I say. But anyway, thank you for watching this update. Hope you're having a great day, and I'm gonna take these clips out now.